currently doing a PhD at UCL, but I also co-founded this network called One Health Tech on the side, and that was because we saw that there were many women working in healthcare. In fact, 77% of the NHS are female. When you look at health technology, there's a real absence, and about 9% of medtech companies are founded by women. So my research involves mining medical records to find new predictors for dementia. And I may make eye contact, that's probably the opportunity cost of the strength of my algorithms, because I like coming to things like this and getting more involved in the kind of sector discussion. So I'm going to mostly be talking about the workforce requirements, and I think that my experience, and also just being a barometer of the kinds of experiences many women who are trying to transition into tech have, is quite demonstrative of the general pain points that people who are trying to move into tech are experiencing. So I've got kind of 5 quick ones to whiz through. So I did neuroscience, and then I became disillusioned with non-eye contact scientists, and so moved and did a health economics master's at the LSE. And then whilst I was there, I just thought, all of these policy solutions are a bit of rubbish. What is tech doing to solve this? So I started programming on the side. I started getting really into this kind of meetup-based coding parallel economy, and then basically within a year and a half, I was accepted onto a PhD program, having never done any programming or tech before. So the first point I wanted to make is about where digital data comes in the education pipeline. So computer science is the 4th science that we're not really having as a 4th science. We do maths, we do statistics, we do chemistry. And then you can study computer science at university, but data science, the application of many of the computational statistics, doesn't come until master's level. So there may be one now, but as of last year, there was certainly no undergraduates in data science. And that's quite a big jump between being a theoretical data scientist and applied in a specific field. You just look at say the FAR Institute, which is where I'm built, or which is where I'm based, and where I'm being based. And you look at the standard of the data science knowledge for people coming in at master's level, and it is so low. People are starting at the absolute basics at master's level, which proves that we need to start to integrate this a lot more. In my undergraduate degree, which I did 2011 to 2014, I didn't write a single line of code in neuroscience, which I think is staggering. Secondly, digital accreditation. So because lots of people aren't being trained and being given skills or studying the modules that they want to at university or school, there's a huge amount of people who are doing MOOCs, Coursera's, code academies, all these kind of informal, free, online or in-person coding or program sessions and learning. There's very little formal accreditation and recognition of that. We have a lot of people who come to us and say, I win all these Kaggle competitions, I'm highly cited on GitHub, I've done all these MOOCs, and I still can't get a job because it doesn't pass the, have you done a computer science degree? Have you done a data science degree? And so I think there's some degree to which we need to think about how we can incorporate this huge wealth of knowledge and teaching that's on the internet, that's accessible for everyone, and integrate that a little bit more formally. So I think there's roles, organizations like the BCS, to think a bit more innovatively about what digital and data accreditation really means. The third one, I think, is about the culture around tech. So tech is, I think, has quite like a faux culture. It's this very open, cool sector that is basically open and cool as per the Silicon Valley metropolitan elite that's basically defined by people wearing witty data t-shirts and trainers. And I think that there's a real worry in the homogeneity of culture in tech. And I think we need to think very carefully about what sort of attitudes, what sort of behavior that instills. I think the single most exciting company at the moment, the only health tech unicorn, is an organization called Benevolent AI. I think one of the reasons why they are so effective and really the only unicorn is because it is not run by a jumped-up millennial. It is run by an amazing woman called Jackie Hunter, who just hasn't completely bought into that Silicon Valley culture, which I think is actually quite A, homogeneous, and B, quite toxic. Fourthly, I think we need to think very seriously about how we can afford data scientists. I get paid £16,000 to do a data science PhD. I know that I could get paid 8 times as much to do exactly the same methods in any other organisation. So why would I stay in academia? Why would I stay in the public sector? The NHS, for my job, will pay me 42 grand. Again, that's quite, compared to 16 grand, it's a lot better. But the point is, there's no way that the public sector and the universities can really compete. And as a result, we're seeing an absolutely staggering brain drain away from universities into a commercial organisation. So we've got to think a bit more innovatively about how we can incentivise data scientists to stay not in the big oligarchy of the big tech companies.